What I wanted to start with is by asking sort of a background question, which is how you came to be involved with the LGBT rights movement in the first place before we even get to civil unions.
Okay.
And you know, sort of personally, professionally, anything that
Sure.
occurs to you.
Sure, okay. Well, thank you all for having me here. I can't tell you how, on behalf of Equality Delaware, excited I am to have an active group at Widener. It's awesome. You know, you guys ought to be the young field team for the movement. So it's awesome to see all these people here. It's fantastic. You know, people always sometimes say to me, sort of, what's your gay agenda? And I'm like, well, buy milk, foster the young generation, you know. So you guys are number 2 on the agenda.
I'm writing these down.
How I got involved, I went to law school a little bit later. So I was in my late 20s when I started here in law school. And I started here, I graduated in '94, so I started here in '91. In 1992, while I was in law school, there was a terrible, terrible incident in Rehoboth where a gay man was beaten with a baseball bat on the boardwalk, really, really badly. And at that time, we had no anti-discrimination law, we had no hate crimes law, we had nothing. We had nothing. And that really was the start of galvanizing the community in Delaware around we needed to get something on the books. We needed to start somewhere. So I graduated in '94, and I almost immediately got involved with really the only big group at the time, which is still very much in existence, called Camp Rehoboth, down in Rehoboth. And I started writing a column for their weekly magazine. And from that, we introduced the first bill in the legislature in 1996, which was to add sexual orientation to the hate crimes law. And we got it passed. And we got it passed the next year, which was pretty good. And it really was in response to that incident. In 1998, and this was working primarily through the ACLU LGBT Rights Project, which at the time was really the only legal group that was concentrating on these issues. It took us 11 years to pass the anti-discrimination bill. It was introduced in every session, it was lobbied hard in every session, and it took us 11 years to pass it. It passed in 2009.